Hi, this is Lynn, and I am the ambassador for Heaven's creating and protecting goddesses and archangels over life. So I have this up here because I'm trying to figure out what to do with the title page. But as we go into this piece about Meghan Markle the Five and obeahning, her newest news of friends and her father, we're going to go in and look at a few documents. Please be aware that I am now contacting other embassies to let them know that I'm open. So, fast prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, Mother, I pray that you look after what I'm saying and help me to convey what needs to happen in the most expeditious fashion. In your holy name I pray. So, with that in mind, oh, and I'm trying not to say Amen anymore because Amen is for Amen Ra. And even the people that believe in Amen Ra are telling you that's what Amen means. So let's go in now to the video that I had begun. Here we go. Oh, I've got to get it started. Hi, I'm Lynn. Now this next part is always a big mouthful for me. I am the ambassador for Heaven's creative and protecting goddesses and archangels over life. And this is Educating with Wisdom. Now I'm just going to be looking at Meghan Markle, obeahning, Witchcraft, Leo 5, and the Masons for just a moment so that we look at some of what's been happening over these last few days. Also, please be aware that I'm getting my work and I'm contacting the various embassies, letting them know that I am opening up this office and that I am representing these goddesses and archangels. And you're going to see some of the work why. I have it online already. Somebody has to step up to the bat. What you don't need is globalization. You need regionalization, geo-regionalization, so that you can help protect your continents in the world. And that means that the Commonwealth needs to really redistribute itself. And some of them can move into North America and we can begin to combine this. England has got to let go of the Commonwealth. And that's crucial because they've actually been taken over. And they were taken over by Barack Obama and Meghan Markle. It was Barack Obama who figured out what was going on when he became president. My work landed on his desk in 2011, and I was instigating for the Union of North America. I'd started doing that with the New Brunswick Law Society in 2001. And in June of 2001, when I was praying, because I had a case before them, and I was looking at when would be the best time to do the Union of North America, it came up when Jupiter was in Leo because that's when a lot of various good things were going on. But as I saw that, because I do string theory, and as I saw that, I said, wait a minute, there's a pattern of increasing war in the Middle East. So I gave that pattern to the Law Society. The Francophone and the British blocked the Union of North America. Then in 2011, when Barack Obama got it, this wasn't part of his global and I want Africa to be first deal. So he blocked the Union of North America. But also what came out in 2011 was not just the pattern of war in the Middle East, but the pattern of earthquakes that occurred in Christchurch. So I was trying to bring New Zealand and give them a home in Canada, helping to put the two together because I have dual Canadian and U.S. citizenship. Barack Obama, when he got that, began hacking into all of my system. And I have been abused. I have been followed. I've had people come into my life that I can't get out of them. Meghan Markle's father showed up on August the 21st of 2017 when I started going out and protesting her. And Miles Markle, all these people are paid. Meghan Markle's father is paid to do what he's doing. The people you see right there, he's paid as well. I have these things online, but I want to go in and show you this latest round with Meghan Markle, and that is with the Friends. The Friends are not showing up at all. Oh, I'm sorry. The Friends are not showing up. Who are these 5 friends? I'm also a certified teacher. You don't go out and say 5 people and then push this around as though it's a truth. 2, now they're saying his father has done it. Her father has given these documents. The father hasn't given any interviews. There's nothing actually saying that the father has done any of this. So we're going to stop right here and go in and take a peek. Okay. Oh, here we go. Okay. Here we go. When we go into this is new for today. It says that the father, it makes it look like the father's interviewed. We're going to backtrack and you're going to see that a picture of the father interviewing, but that interview actually happened months ago. This is not an interview, and this whole thing that her father just released this is something that Meghan Markle just recently came up with and just released this. Her father, none of this is real news that's coming out. Time and time again, I've shown that if you go and follow through on these linkings that go from Meghan Markle, none of it is actually true stuff. And if you follow through and look at whether or not these reporters are actually claiming that they did these articles, like her being an ambassador in 2013 in Marie Claire, that doesn't show up in the magazine in 2013, and the person that they said actually did that article will never claim it on their CV. So it gets really interesting. Okay, so here, not actually, there's no video that's here. He didn't actually just give this out. And let's go back and see again so that you can just, let's see if we can make it. Oh yes, here it is. Meghan Markle's father's letters. Here it makes it look like Meghan Markle's father has done this, okay? Open it up. It makes it look like, see, that was an old view. Oh, this is it, loaded. But this is from Meghan Markle urges contact after months. This went back in December. Yeah. World Tip. We can put it on. Oh, it's not there. That's amazing. Wow. Where's this interview? Gee, it just keeps getting more interesting, doesn't it? Well, let's go back to this. Well, that's really an interview. Gee, that's interesting too. Okay, so we're not going to see you here.
If you're if you want to save purchase, it's me.
You always had a very long relationship with your daughter.
There we go.
Prince Harry. She disappeared to royal sister last. Really, you've seen. What is your message to her, to Prince Harry, if they're watching?
Well, my daughter.
This is all. He's just being paid. The same thing is going to be for this. This is not a real current interview. Now I'm going to show you where she pulls up the moon, because this is where she has 5 pages in. 5 pages. She has 5 friends. 5 pages. 5 is the number. She said she did it in August in the Leo month.
Thomas Markle has been very vocal about the falling out with his daughter Meghan around the time of her wedding last year. In numerous interviews with the British press, he at times begged for his daughter to reach out, and at others attacked her, calling her superior in the royal family occult. Now, a letter allegedly from the pregnant Duchess has revealed the extent of her devastation over the rift.
The letter
emerged after an anonymous interview given by 5 of Meghan's closest friends last week, where they revealed their concern about the rumors around Meghan Markle. This letter.
So, none of this is current or real. It's just something that they have put out again, because of the amount of criticism that there is about her. And think of guys, you play rugby, you play football, they are doing interference. They're running it here, they're running it there, they're running it here, they're running it there. But I would like to show you something in a minute called obeahning, and I'm going to show you what the 5 means. We're going to be looking at the Freemasons in a minute. Let's see if we can get a copy of this letter. Hold on, I'm putting you on pause. Okay, I keep trying to open up all these links to see if you can find a copy of this level. You're going to see all these moons all over it. And she had 5 pages of all these moons, because this is a form of witchcraft to contain the Artemis, which is a Leo 5. Let's see anymore. This letter was on. Try to remember that you saw 5 pages and there were moons all over the place. Here we go. Let's see. Videos. You can't see this. Here we go. Let's open up this one. It's not there. You won't find it. You won't see this. It's absolutely Father handwritten. Let's see if the letter's here. Let's see. Really? Where is it? In these things. this one back to back. See these moons that are going on? Somebody pointed out this is not real calligraphy, but this began on March the 17th. On March the 17th of 2016. On March the 13th and March 23rd, you're going to, I got notice of obeahning. And that's where her mother was doing Inca and in Mexico. This is the obeahning. All right, so this is called spell and this is to take over the moon, right? That's what she wrote this. Okay, let's open this up because I have to put it up soon. Now, you're going to see that this is what she did. First of all, this is March 2018. There's some of this. This is April 2018. She doesn't always do these squiggly squagglies. All right? This does not always happen. This is also her handwriting. All right? Let's take a look at this one, the 2016. That is the first example of her with this moon going on top of this. Now let's go in and see when I got first, because remember, when you pick one particular emblem, and this is the moon emblem, all right, that's not calligraphy. And in obeahning, and you're going to see it, you're going to see notice of obeahning. Okay, let's see obeahning. Right, here's the prophecy which the government used. This is one of the things. This work here went to the U.S. military. I was warning a friend who was involved in the Leyte Gulf. They actually used the dates that I was working on in which they went in and began attacking the people for the war in Iraq. This was in 2003. You can see it's all here. In fact, when I even said that before we go into a war that we're supposed to go into, normally there's an assassination that goes into Yugoslavia. There was an assassination that occurred in Yugoslavia. But let's go into the obeahning, and they went in and they killed him in Yugoslavia. And then I said, you know, don't go in before the 20th, the cusp is still, and he went in right in on the 20th of March. Okay, so let's go into the obeahning. So here we go. This is the Serb who was killed. You know, when I said that the Serbians, normally there's a catastrophe that's happening in Serbia right before we go into a war that we're supposed to go in. Well, they killed him, and 7 days later they went right into the Iraqi war. This is to the Law Society. I'm talking about the pole shifts that can occur. We're going into 2011 was a 4-year, and 2020 is another 4-year, and you're looking at could be a catastrophe that's going to be happening. This is the war that I'm discussing with the New Brunswick Law Society and Robert Jackson. Obeahning. Here we go. This is part of the Lion of Judah movement. It's Solomon. It's Witchcraft. The British are involved in it. Obama's group. So, U1, U5. Obeahning. Obeahning. I got this on March the 13th. On the 17th is when she went to, or around then is when she went to the president's, she went to the president's St. Patrick's Day party on the 17th of March, because Fitzpatrick brought her to the president's party for St. Patrick's Day. How did she write that letter on that day then? 9, obeahning. Here we go. As 9 ends. As 9 ends. As 9 ends. So as 9 is the 9th house, Sagittarius. I'm Sagittarius. As 9 ends. As I'm going to be finished. As I'm going to be killed by obeahning. Okay? As I'm going to be killed, it's by obeahning. Okay, that's how they were burying me, folks. Let's take a look at the use of Leos in terms of orchestrating the construction of our country, and this is really important because I just saw a recent picture. Let's see if we can find it. Statue of Liberty picture. Everybody thinks that, okay, here we go. Build a wall and the Statue of Liberty. All right? Now, when I first started out years ago, I thought that the Freemasons were something good. They're not. They're horrible. Okay, wicked, demonic, and they work in fives. Very much so. They work in the Leo 5. And so let's come in, and you're going to take a look. George Bernstein. You're going to see what a 5 does. Now, he was born here, but he was also a Mason. He did the Pentagon. This is the 5 point. So she has her 5 friends, her 5 pages. You're going to see a lot of 5s going on with Meghan Markle. She has 4s and 5s throughout her chart. He was a Freemason. He did the Pentagon and all kinds of other buildings for the government. The Washington Monument. Does it get worse than the dead penis of Ulysses? No, it doesn't. And at the obelisk, originally the obelisk was a place of human sacrifice. All right, to the sun god. That's what it originally was. The Vatican has 13 of them. It's disgusting. I mean, it's just so disgusting. And so when I say I'm representing the heavens creating goddesses and archangels over life, thank goodness somebody is advocating life and not witchcraft and death. Here we go. Washington Monument. Who did the Washington Monument? Well, it just turns out, and you're going to see if we can find them. Design. Robert Mills. Robert Mills is a Freemason as well. Robert Mills is also born August the 12th. He's a Leo. All right. Here we go. Also a Freemason. We already did this one, a Statue of Liberty, because again, people seem to think that there's something that we have to let every poor person into the country. The Statue of Liberty was given to us by the by the French, and this person was also a Freemason. Oh, for heaven's sakes, when's his birthday? August the 2nd. He's another Leo, and he's another Freemason. And they give us the Statue of Liberty. France had tried to take over Mexico, and when France wasn't able to beat Mexico, and they weren't able to get the southern part of the United States, they tried to pawn the Statue of Liberty off on somebody else, and they said, give us our poor and give us the this and give us the that, because they were going to absolutely send all of Europe's poor and all the poor into the country. So thank you, France. No, I don't thank you, France. And this was another Mason, okay, the Masonic, another Leo. They think they know what's best for everybody. No, they don't. Let's see who else we have this, you're gonna see. Hold on. Let's go in and take a look at the Eiffel Tower for a moment. Let's go into Wikipedia. See who, by the way, it was another Freemason. I'll just let you know. It was a Freemason who did this. Engineer Gustave Eiffel. He was a December the 12th. He was another Freemason. A December the 15th. Is that right? Yes. And another Freemason. Oh, in 1881, Eiffel was contracted who was in need of an engineer to help her realize the Statue of Liberty. That's it. So that's how all this stuff came together. Yeah. They're all Freemasons. Meghan Markle's not, though. We're just going in to take a look at the number 5, the Coven Witch. The number 5 refers to the 5 elements. And so it is normally the 5-pointed star. So let's go up here and go the 5-pointed star, the pentagram. Okay? And again, I got notice that I would be killed and destroyed by obeahing. Yeah. Okay, so it's things like this that Barack Obama, none of them wanted to see. Let's look at the properties. This I copied and just put on my new computer. This was originally on the Canadian computer. This went to the Law Society actually on the 12th. But what happened is that when I saved things, just clicked on save, it kept updating the numbers, but it actually went out December the 12th to the Law Society in New Brunswick. All right, let's open this up and you're going to see the Union of North America and who I am. Here we go, folks. Oh, let's see if we can get it to open up. There it goes. Originally it was done in WordPerfect from Canada. And I can't save this again, Mr. Purvis. Here I talk about being called by Christ and I wish God would get somebody else. All right, we're going to go into the Union of North America. I discuss string theory. There's a lot of correspondence going on with me, folks. Here we talk about the paradigm shift. All right? The Union of North America, the North American Free Trade Agreement, and that we need common law with statute brought out. We talk about this. Why the urgency? Barack Obama did not want this to happen. Why? Neither did the Francophones, neither did the British. Why the urgency? The U.S. and Hispanica. New clippings, Europe and Canada toward the Union of the Americans. All right? It was the age of the woman, the next intellectual age. The Messianic age, the age of the Holy Spirit. That is definitely not Meghan Markle. This is also to be the age of the Indian. Native Americans in the U.S. are winning large claims. And Canada, yet the move also look not at, but also at some of the imperfections of their past so that we can be more real and move forward. NAFTA, the American Free Trade Zone, the age of the end, at the time of the Americas. In God we trust. Okay. Now, this is where I did not know about the Masons, but I've got all this stuff in here, folks. And it all went to the Law Society. If the United States were to cut down on its meat and oil consumption, given that much of the grain and seeds are produced, I have all these things in here already. It's already there. There are all kinds of possibilities. The world, Europe, Africa need to see this. If Canada and the U.S. cannot do this, who can? Maybe it should start with the U.S. and Mexico. If things keep going as they are, 15 to 20 years, given the immigration pattern in the U.S., should say that is what may happen. Oh. So, many of are isolated, especially the North American. Okay. I mean, I'm going to just go through this very quietly. The paradigm shift, logos, matrix. I speak about psycholinguistics, the logos and matrix theory. Creativity, perception, this is why I'm going into, okay, this is not, understand, this is not Barack Obama and Meghan Markle. They want to not bring you up to heaven. I mean, this is where my work is, where Barack Obama began to form Meghan Markle out of, after he won the election in 2012. Okay, we're going through this. Why am I seeing this again? There must have been a copying of what happened here. Introduction of B. So I'm going to have to check that out because obviously I printed out something because I'm looking at this again. Oh, here we go. No. Right. It's all my work. Alrighty. Thanks, folks. God bless. May we reach up to heaven. Let's take our Sagittarian arrows and our bows and reach up and say, Lord, what is it you want us to do?